If you are a green card holder, stop what you're doing right now, because this could impact you directly, and it's something very few people are talking about. Former President Donald Trump has just announced a $1,000 direct payment specifically for eligible green card holders. And while it sounds simple, there's a lot behind the scenes that you need to know to make sure you actually get it. So if you've been wondering, am I eligible? Or when will I see this money? You're in the right place, because I'm going to walk you through everything step by step, and trust me, this is the kind of information that could save you from delays, errors, and even scams. First, let's talk about eligibility, because not every green card holder will automatically receive this payment, and the rules are a bit nuanced. To qualify, you need to be a lawful permanent resident, meaning your green card status is valid and recognized by the U.S. government, and you must meet certain income thresholds. Yes, there are caps, and yes, they matter, because if your adjusted gross income is above the set limit, you might be excluded. Experts suggest that for individuals, the rough cap is around $75,000, and for married couples filing jointly, it could be roughly $150,000. But keep in mind, these numbers are preliminary, and final guidance will come from the IRS, so do not assume anything until official announcements are made. Now, if you're thinking, great, I meet the income limit, now what? Here's where the process comes into play. Payments are expected to be issued automatically for those with IRS records in good standing, meaning if you filed your tax returns recently and your mailing address, direct deposit information, and Social Security number are correct, you could see the money deposited without lifting a finger. But here's what no one is telling you. Thousands of eligible green card holders could miss out simply because their IRS records are outdated, mismatched, or incomplete. And in that case, you might need to submit additional verification when the application portal opens, which could take weeks if you're not prepared. So what should you do right now? Step 1, double-check your green card status to make sure it's valid. If your card is expired or close to expiration, you could run into complications receiving this payment. Step 2, verify your IRS records online. Make sure your name, Social Security number, filing status, and direct deposit info are all accurate. And yes, if you've moved recently, make sure your current address is updated, because a wrong address could delay or even prevent your payment. Step 3, review your income and tax filings. If you didn't file taxes last year, or if your tax return was complicated by dependent status or other factors, be prepared for the IRS to potentially require proof of eligibility. Think about this like a real-life example. Imagine Maria, a green card holder living in Texas, who filed her taxes online and had her address updated in the IRS portal. She's likely to receive her $1,000 automatically next month. But Jorge, another green card holder who moved recently and hasn't updated his IRS address, could face delays and might need to contact the IRS directly once the portal opens. And that could take weeks if he's not prepared. Timing is another critical factor. Insiders suggest that the first wave of payments could begin as early as next month, but full rollout could take several months. So don't panic if you don't see the money immediately. The payment is intended as a direct stimulus measure, but processing depends heavily on accurate records, so vigilance on your part is key. Now, let's talk about potential pitfalls and what you absolutely need to avoid. Scams are already circulating online, claiming to guarantee your $1,000 immediately, or asking you to pay a processing fee. These are fraud attempts, and you should never share personal information like your Social Security number or banking details outside official IRS channels. Always double-check the source and rely only on official government websites. Another point to consider: there could be exclusions depending on your circumstances. If you owe back taxes, have other government obligations, or recently received other stimulus payments, your $1,000 could be applied differently, reduced, or delayed, so it's not as simple as everyone getting a flat $1,000 automatically. But here's the good news. If you're proactive, organized, and aware, you can maximize your chances of receiving this payment quickly. Here's another layer that most people aren't thinking about. The IRS may require additional verification for recent green card holders who just adjusted their status. So if you've only recently become a lawful permanent resident, make sure your USCIS records are up to date, because any discrepancies could trigger a review before your payment is released. Now let's get practical. What should you be doing today? Check your IRS account online, confirm your filing status, update any incorrect information, keep your green card handy, and be ready to provide proof if requested. If you have direct deposit set up, double-check routing numbers. A single-digit error could delay the payment. If you haven't filed recently, gather all documents and stay alert for IRS guidance on how to submit them to qualify. And let's make this personal. Imagine that $1,000 landing in your bank account could cover bills, groceries, or even a small emergency, and missing it because of a simple oversight would be frustrating, avoidable, and unnecessary. Many green card holders don't realize that preparation is the secret to receiving this payment quickly, and unfortunately, many will learn the hard way if they wait until the last minute. Now, some of you might be asking, what about dependents or family members? Preliminary guidance suggests that the payment is individual-based, tied to the green card holder, not dependents. So if you have children or other family members, they might not receive a separate payment, which is something to keep in mind for your household planning. Here's another tip that's rarely mentioned. Keep all communications from the IRS saved and avoid clicking on emails claiming to be payment confirmations. Scammers are taking advantage of the hype, and the IRS will never ask for a fee to release your $1,000. If you do receive an email, verify it through the official IRS site before taking any action. Now let's summarize the key steps for clarity. First, verify your green card is valid and up to date. Second, ensure all IRS and Social Security records are accurate. Third, review your tax filings and ensure you meet income thresholds. Fourth, watch for official IRS announcements regarding application portals or deadlines. Fifth, beware of scams and never share sensitive information outside verified government channels. And sixth, be patient but proactive. Delays are possible, but preparation gives you the edge. And remember, timing is crucial. The first wave could begin next month, but some green card holders may wait longer, depending on verification requirements, residency duration, or IRS processing capacity. But here's the exciting part. With proper preparation, you could be one of the first to claim this payment without any hiccups, which is why staying informed and acting now is so important. Imagine missing out simply because you didn't check your address or forgot to file your taxes. It's avoidable if you follow these steps carefully. This is exactly what no one is telling you. Preparation, vigilance, and verification right now are your best tools to ensure you don't miss out on this $1,000 direct payment. Keep monitoring official IRS sources, be cautious of any third-party claims, and maintain accurate records. These are the small but critical steps that determine whether you receive your payment quickly or face frustrating delays. And one last point to consider. If you've recently changed jobs, moved states, or had any change in income reporting, make sure those records are consistent, because any mismatch could trigger a review before your payment is processed. But don't panic. The majority of green card holders with clean, updated records should receive the payment automatically. Stay alert, stay organized, and be ready to act as soon as official instructions are released, because $1,000 could be coming your way, and missing it due to inaction would be completely avoidable. To recap, this $1,000 payment could be a significant financial boost, but only if you take the right steps now, verify your green card, check IRS records, update filing info, stay cautious of scams, and be ready for official guidance. And remember, while the announcement is exciting, the rollout is complex, and knowing the process before everyone else gives you a major advantage. Don't wait until the last minute, because delays can happen, and preparation now ensures you're first in line. Finally, always keep in mind that this information is for educational purposes only and does not constitute legal or financial advice. Always check official government sources before taking action, because while we're here to keep you informed and ahead of the curve, only the IRS can confirm eligibility and payment details. Never rely solely on social media or news reports, and always verify everything before acting, because your $1,000 could be waiting, but only if you're ready. Trump announces $1,000